Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. And if you look at my table, hopefully this is it. All right. I think, nope, that's not the right video. See, I need to find the right one here. Hold on just a minute. If you look at my table, right here, shadows. I'm right in front of a window, and this is why I don't do lives during the day. So lesson learned, our next mini catalog kickoff will be Friday evening so that it's dark and I don't have all these shadows. So I apologize if they're distracting. I put something on my window trying to block it, and I did get this much shade. But anyway, let's just move on, and I will try to keep, I'll show you things close in the camera, and I'll try to keep where we are in the shade and don't have our shadows. So thank you for helping me celebrate the new mini catalog. It went live September 6th. Some of these items were so popular, they've come and gone twice already. So if you are interested in a product that is unavailable right now, know that they are all coming back. Reach out to me if you want to know when they expect certain things to be back in stock. All right, let's back up a little. This was the card I made my second hour, and I mentioned that I was going to stamp some grass, which I did using this stamp from the Ocean Front stamp set, and I used Garden Green, which was our card base, and then I added the dots with the red. There we go. With the, oh goodness, there we go, with the red marker, just to add it, make it a little more festive. So that was my card second hour. At the very end, I'll show you all the cards I make. All right, so we are moving on to the rest of the Christmas products. Page 28, if you have your catalog handy. I do have this designer series paper. We'll pull it out first. What do I want to point out here? I thought this was interesting. Was it that one? Maybe it's on the next page. It's on the next page. This Noel was die cut out of this paper. It wasn't stamped. It was just die cut. I thought that was interesting. This one looks like it was stamped or embossed. I'm not sure. But I don't have the stamps and dies. I just have this paper. I have other stamps that say Noel and Christmas and have different Christmas greeneries and whatever. So that's what I'll use when I use this paper. I was inspired by this stamp right here, the pine, to make a wreath. And what I like to do is use my Stamparatus, sorry that's no longer available, but a stamp positioner to make a wreath out of the greenery, and then I just freehand stamp the berries around it. So I'm hoping to get that done in the next few weeks, but life's going to be very busy here going forward. So that is the joy of Christmas. Oh, here, let's talk about the paper. The colors in here are Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, my new favorite neutral, Pebble Path, that's one of our in colors that came out last May, or in May, Real Red and Shaded Spruce are the colors, and here are the designs. Red berries, let's get rid of that for just a minute. I apologize for the shadows. There's some berries and some red plaid and some green leaves. You could use this for spring. That'd be beautiful with a big bright flower on top of it. So that's not necessarily Christmas. This one looks like Christmas because of the green and red and the holly. Some green plaid. Again, put that one with our Graceful Deer stamp. That would be beautiful. And then with the pine cones and the poinsettias and the greenery, that does look Christmas to me. So that's one side. I call that the front side. But the back side is just as beautiful. We've got two different wood grains in brown and gray. Musical notes, again in brown and gray. And then just some kind of muted patterns in green and red. So I assume that's real red and that's shaded spruce. So that is the Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. That is the one I'm using today for my card. Next we have on pages 32, I thought this was cute and I don't have it, but it makes tags. You can see here, let me grab this. The die cuts have this little loop and you make a tag that you would put on a present. So you just stamp the base of the stocking and then die cut it and you get a tag. And it's really cute. I've seen somebody use this and I thought it was retired on a swap. But don't miss the embossing folder here. That's a nice Christmas thing too. More festive Christmas things. And a nice wreath. Obviously Christmas. And if you don't have a wreath stamp and dies yet, this is a really nice one. This die here gives you the snowflakes. This die here gives you this greenery. Oh my gosh, those shadows are terrible. I'm sorry. And then this wreath is this stamp and this die. So nice variety there. And I like that they show you the die that made this wreath. You know, I'm going to try to stay in the shadow here. And this one I used during a recent video. I think I went live one day this week as part of my social media challenge, and I used this pattern paper as my inspiration. And sadly, this pattern paper is not available till the 25th, so that's only a few more days. I do have this ribbon that I'll show you in a sample in a minute. And this is the stamp set that I worked with during that video. And I don't have the dies because I have other dies that give me little sprigs. So I just bought the stamp set. And being a distinctive, you know that I like to use my blending brush to get good, even ink coverage and just the right amount of ink so that I get good, nice images when I stamp. And the snowflake with the punch is really cute. I have a sample to show you there. Couple more Christmas ones. This is an interesting, very modern looking tree. And if you live somewhere that has near a ski slope or whatever, that might be of interest to you. And then the reversibles. So what they do here is they stamp this leaf. You stamp off once and you get a light color, so I assume that's Pretty Peacock. And then you use the detailed image in a full strength Pretty Peacock, and this is what you get. They obviously fussy cut all of those though, so that was a lot of work to fussy cut all of those stamped images. But here's the pine cone, which would go with that other stamp set. And that's the end of Christmas. So let me show you my, let's show you this next. I showed you this the other day when I made my 5-minute card. This was my inspiration. Let me pull out my cardstock and I'll tell you what colors they are, maybe. Oh dear. There we go. We have basic black. We're going to have to look for the black in the paper. And blueberry bushel, garden green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, that's an old in color that came back into our core neutrals. Moody Mauve is an in color. Pebbled Path is an in color. Pretty Peacock has returned. Shaded Spruce and Smoky Slate. So I do want to look through this paper and find the basic black in it. So this was my inspiration the other day. And then here we have some trees. There's a stamp that's similar to that. Oh, I don't have a full sheet of this one for some reason. I don't know. Some pretty blues. And then cut this into a card front. And you have a nice deer. And you add some colorful, probably red or green Christmas sentiment. And your Christmas card is done. I love this one with the corner spray. I want to do some stamp my own pattern paper with this idea. But these are very much larger than the stamps. So, and then the berries. Obviously they use 2 colors, but we have 1 stamp, so you could use markers if you want to get that effect with this 1 stamp. And here's the back side, just some muted colors, some blues and the greens and the grays. This one's pretty, it looks like snow. And just, I mean, these obviously could be used with any stamp. So what I will probably do is use as much as I want of this for Christmas. And then what I have left over, I'll make birthday cards out of this side. So that is the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. All right, I have some samples. So one of these cards, and I don't know which one it was. I think it was this one. I made earlier this week during, I think it was Wednesday. I did a quick, my 5-minute card. It was one of my social media challenges. And so I have it on Orchid Oasis, and then I also have it on Shaded Spruce, just to give you a different idea. This was my sample. I wanted to see how it would go. And then I told you in that video I wanted to try it in other colors. Let's see. Oh, you can't see very well. Maybe if I put it in the sunlight. Yeah, that's better. You can kind of see the colors. I used boho blue, pretty peacock, and pecan pie. And then I used our trim for my ribbon behind there. And then I did stamp on my envelope. And then this one is Wild Wheat, Puddled Path, and Copper Clay. And those are all current in colors. And again, I stamped my envelope. And then I told you I had a sample of the Snowflake Punch. So this was a demonstrator in Idaho, I think. Yes, Wendy Jones in Idaho. I swapped with her in Las Vegas. And she used the deckled rectangle to make her frame. Obviously, she stamped on the outside. Isn't that beautiful? She didn't list what color she used, but I see blues and greens. This is actually Pool Party. And then she punched her tag. Isn't that cute? And then this is my sample. I wanted to just be a little more prepared for my card this morning or this hour. So the ribbon here, let me get this. I tried to color it with Shaded Spruce, and you can see that it did not take, let's see if I can go right there. It did not take the color. I'm off camera. I don't know where to go. Here, maybe here. It did not take the color very well. And that's because I didn't read what it was made of. It is 80% nylon and 20% metallic. Well, nylon, I should have known, is not going to absorb our ink properly. You need more cotton or polyester to do that. So I won't be doing that again, but I tried to color that ribbon Shaded Spruce. That was a fail on my part, but live and learn, right? And now you know from me that you can't really color this ribbon. It's beautiful, and I will use it. I have several spools already, and I will use it till it's gone. So, and that stamp, all right, so this was the one that goes with the Winter Meadow. It's called Magical Meadow. This sprig is actually from the Courage and Faith. It's this one here, and you can do a wreath kind of thing around your image, and that's in the annual catalog. And then my sentiment on, I practiced a little bit. We're going to use the Merry Christmas from the Ringed with Nature, again, in the annual catalog. And these images, I think, will go really well with the berries and whatnot on both these papers, actually. So just whatever floral and greenery images you have. That shadow is getting worse and worse. I apologize. So for our card this morning, I have a 3" by 4" piece of pattern paper. Actually, I have 2 of them. And this is the back side. I mean, we could mix and match. That one doesn't go. No. But we are going to use this. And you know that our paper is 12 by 12, so you can get, I can't do math this quickly in my head on live camera, but 3" by 4" makes for no waste in our paper, which I love. I also have a piece of real red that I have embossed. I think they're called the Cherry patterns. It's in the mini catalog that I just embossed, and it's a 4 1/4 inch piece, so it is a little wider than our pieces here. And I just have a piece of thick white cardstock that I have scored. When I go this direction, I do like to score it. And we'll do that. And then for my sentiment, I played around. And here are some of my options. The Happy Holidays is from the Shop the Town that is in the mini catalog. And then the sprigs and green, or the berries and the green, those are these. The let's see. This one and this one is what I used to make those. And then on this one, I used the Merry Christmas, and then I thought I would stamp on there. And the punch I'm using is this square, and I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I guess I'm not as prepared as I should be. I also don't have white cardstock, so let me grab that. Luckily, I did have that handy. All right. Let's put this together first. What I like to do is decide which one I want on the top and bottom. I am so sorry about those shadows. I will try to do something different for my next hour. We will use tear and tape. I'm just going to put a little piece of tear and tape on the bottom. Let's see, which one do I want? I'm going to put it on this one. And so I can line these up. So I'm going to put this one here. My tear and tape is already exposed. And then I'm going to line this up. I kind of want it this way. I'm lining up the edge here, and then the edge at the top. Now I have the equivalent of one piece, so I could tie a ribbon around it if I want. And that's why I do it this way, so that I have that option of tying something around. Ribbon or twine would be good. But I think I'm going to use this instead. So I can just adhere these with my green glue. I'm anxious to use that gray wood grain. That'll be pretty. Center that. I think I need a drink. We're celebrating. All right, did I put that on the right way? I did. I've been known to put it wrong. And I embossed this just to add some texture to my card. Ribbon would have done the same thing, added texture. I am going to center that, and it is bigger. There's that. All right. Now, I think I will punch first. Let's see. And then we'll see what I have to work with. All right, I want to show you how I did this Merry Christmas. Because it is one long stamp. And I used 2 different colors. Oh, that block is dirty. I just wipe it on my pants. Maybe we'll go this way. So I want the Merry to be red. So I'm going to just put the Merry on the ink. And stamp. And you just get the Merry in red. I'm going to clean this off really well. And I'm going to make sure there's no ink left on it. Let's make sure. Okay, good. I forgot my foam. It actually stamped okay. Put the red aside. I'm going to use Shaded Spruce for Christmas. And now I'm just going to ink up the Christmas. I'm using the edge of my ink pad. Hopefully you can see. Yep, you can. And then I'm going to center Christmas under Merry. There we go. There's Merry Christmas in 2 different colors. I've not had good luck using markers with photopolymer stamps. Just something about the material. So I do like to use ink pads instead when I use photopolymers. So that's an option when you are adding two different colors to one stamp. I'm trying to decide what I want down here. Let's see what it's going to look like. Oh, that's cute. I do want something down here, though. Probably red. Let's try this. I'm going to put these berries just to be different. All right, this is a red rubber, so I'm getting rid of my mat. And this is a distinctive stamp. See, I'm going through everything with you. So I want a blending brush. Where did my... You know, we'll just practice on here. Red. And blend. And see how that looks. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I do want to keep my... I want to keep my grid paper clean. That sounds so funny. Let's bring this one back. Make sure I go in red, not the green. And I'm blending. And then I'm just going to put that right there. Oh, lovely. I love this stamp. It is so pretty. The key is the blending brush. I will tell you that. All right, do we want ribbon? And we can adhere this. I think I do want ribbon because I have it. Why not? I found the easiest way to add ribbon after the fact, kind of like this, is to put a couple pieces of tearing tape that will hold the ribbon down, and then we put our sentiment piece on top of it, and that helps secure it. Oh, let's clean up that end. So I'm just snipping this at an angle. I do have trash under there. I'm not just putting it on the floor. All right, there. Oh, I am so sorry about these shadows. Let's see, we're going to go there, and then I want to come back this way, just to be a little different. All right, and then grab some dimensionals. I can use the big ones. I don't know whether to go in the sun or go in the shadow. So I'm putting dimensionals on here. 2 should be plenty. Let's go 4. It'll help hold the ribbon down. And you know, I can't talk and take these off, so. Oh, I actually got them in my garbage bin. All right, let's center this. Not center, but put that. Oh, look at that. And there we have another Christmas card. I will probably, here, let's do this while I have this here. Stamp my envelope. No naked envelopes. Ink. Blend. And stamp. Oh, so pretty. I'm glad Stampin' Up! Figured out how to make distinctive stamps. Now that I know how to use them, I think they are fabulous. Took me a while to learn, didn't it? There's our card this hour. And I believe that is the end of Christmas in the catalog. For now, we will go back to Christmas in a couple of weeks. Because I didn't make samples with that Oh Holy Night, and it's not available. So, let's see. Thank you for joining me. Oh, hi, Alma and Amber. I'm glad I saw your comment. That's my sister-in-law and niece. Thank you for watching. And I know Emery knows my voice because she listens with Amber. Emery is Amber's daughter. So thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you were here. I am so sorry for those shadows. That is really bad. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I want to move my camera or, because the other side of my table is not in the shadows. Or I'll see if I can't put something up in front of the window just to block the sun, but I think it'll come through. I don't know. I'll see what I can figure out in the next half hour. So we are talking fall when we get back, and I have a fun fold card to show you that I had so much fun making it last night. I had to run around the house and show my family. So I'm anxious for you to see the fun fold I have for you at 12 noon. And like I said, we'll be talking fall, and I'll make a fall card with the pick-a-patch, the pumpkin and the punch that coordinates with the pumpkin stamp. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it, you guys. And I'll be back again soon. Have a great day. And if you're watching on replay, let me know you watched. Take care. Bye for now.